Hi students, welcome to Biology NEET previous year questions. Welcome to UNS classes. Today let's directly go to the question. So the today's question is receptor for the sperm binding in mammals are present on. Right? The options are zona pellucida, corona radiata, vitelline membrane and perivitelline space. These are the different layers of the ovum, right? So what happens during fertilization? During fertilization, when the sperm has been ejaculated in the female body, the sperm travels through the female reproductive tract, crosses the cervix, reaches the uterus, and from uterus it travels to the fallopian tube. So before fertilization or before the sperm encounters an ovum, the sperm has to undergo capacitation, right? Capacitation. Only the capacitated sperm can have the ability to fertilize an ovum. The sperm which does not undergo capacitation cannot fertilize an ovum. So what happens in capacitation? In capacitation, the acrosomal region of the sperm has been exposed. After that, in which place did the fertilization takes place? The fertilization takes place in ambulary isthmic region in the fallopian tube. Where does the fertilization takes place? The fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube, which is the specific region, that is ambulary isthmic junction is the junction where the fertilization takes place. Now our question is, the receptor for the sperm binding is present on the which layer of the ovum? So if we consider a ovum, it has many membranes, right? Like this. If we see an ovum, it will be like this. This will be the corona radiata, right? Corona radiata. What will be this? What will be this? This will be our zona pellucida. Zona pellucida, then the perivitelline space, then comes our nucleus, right? These are the different areas. So if we see this image here, outside, this is the zona pellucida region, right? This is the zona pellucida region. Outside zona pellucida, there is one more layer, right, that we mentioned just now. What was that layer? That is corona radiata, right? This is corona radiata, right? Now the capacited sperm has reached the ovum at which junction? Ambulary isthmic junction. There the sperm passes through corona radiata and reaches where it reaches zona pellucida. In the zona pellucida, it has a special kind of receptor here. This receptor is called ZP3 receptor. So where is the receptor present for the sperm? The receptor present for the sperm is in the zona pellucida layer of the ovum. When the sperm binds to sp3 receptor of the zona pellucida, an acrosomal reaction starts. Acrosomal reaction is nothing but it has enzymes which can digest the membrane, which can digest the zona pellucida membrane and goes into the nucleus or the cytoplasm of the ovum. So here the reaction starts, it goes beyond the zona pellucida layer. This is the perivitelline space. See, this is the perivitelline space and this is the plasma membrane of the cell or the ovum. Okay, now it has reached this perivitelline space and when it reaches the plasma membrane, only the pronucleus, only the sperm pronucleus enter the cytoplasm of the ovum. At the same time, the ovum undergoes its second meiosis, right? And it also forms the pronucleus. Now the sperm pronucleus and the ovum, the new pronucleus of the ovum fuses to form the zygote, which will be 2n in number, right? Right. Now the sperm has crossed the corona radiata. It has a receptor on the zona pellucida layer called ZP3 or ZP3. through which an acrosomal reaction starts. It releases enzymes through which it passes through the zona pellucida region, perivitelline space. From perivitelline space, it reaches the cytoplasm of the ovum. At the same time, the ovum undergoes its second meiosis and forms the pronucleus, and the sperm pronucleus also enters the cytoplasm and they form the zygote. Okay, in order to prevent polyspermy, so what is polyspermy? Polyspermy is fertilization of an egg by more than one sperm is called polyspermy. So in order to prevent polyspermy, the ovum has its own mechanism. When one sperm enters the ovum, it binds with the ZP3 receptor and its acrosomal reaction starts. From the perivitelline space or from the cytoplasm, there is an opening of cortical granules, and it inhibits the ZP3 receptor, or it offs the receptor. Now the receptor is not in a condition to bind with the acrosomal region of the sperm. So we can divide polyspermy into two steps. First one is fast block. Fast block is nothing but once a sperm enters an ovum, it will change the membrane potential. Of the cell, so that no other sperm can come and enter the ovum. Now the second step is slow block. In the slow block, it inhibits the ZP3 receptor, or the ZP3 receptor will be off. It can't no more bind with another acrosomal region of a sperm. So our question was, where is the receptor on the ovum present to bind with the sperm, right? Sperm or the acrosomal region. So where is the receptor present? It's present on the zona pellucida layer of the ovum, and the receptor is called ZP3. Now let's go back to the question. Here the question was where the receptor is found, and our option was zona pellucida, corona radiata, vitelline membrane and perivitelline space, right? So the here answer is zona pellucida. There is no receptor in corona radiata, vitelline membrane also no receptor, The first receptor present on the ovum is the zona pellucida layer. Hope you got the concept of fertilization, the movement of the sperm and binding and forming a zygote. Thank you for watching. Happy learning.